The evolution of policing, from past to present. The evolution of society as a whole is reflected in the history of police, from its simple beginnings in prehistoric societies to its intricate, multidimensional structures today. The evolution of policing has been intricately linked to developments in history, culture, and technology. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are delving into the fascinating history of policing, from its humble beginnings to its modern-day evolution. Join us as we uncover the intricacies of this essential aspect of society. Number 6. Early beginnings. In its most basic form, policing was practiced in prehistoric Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, and Rome. In these cultures, civilian watchmen or military frequently handled policing duties. For example, the cohorts urbanae were the city police in ancient Rome, and their job was to keep the peace. In a similar vein, magistrates and appointed people oversaw public safety in ancient Greece. The fundamental goals of these early types of police were property protection, upholding the laws of the monarch, and preserving social order. Number 5. Medieval and early modern periods. In Europe during the Middle Ages, law enforcement was mostly a local concern. Because communities were in charge of their own security, the teething system, which held 10 families jointly accountable for each other's actions, was established in England. As the head of law enforcement in a parish or township, the constable became a prominent role during this time. With the growth of bigger towns and cities during the early modern era, there were notable changes in policing. When it became clear that unofficial community-based police systems were ineffective, more formalized law enforcement methods were established. The Bow Street Runners are frequently recognized as the first professional police force in London. They were founded in the middle of the 18th century by Judge Henry Fielding. Number 4. The birth of modern policing. The creation of the Metropolitan Police Service in London in 1829 by Sir Robert Peel, the Home Secretary at the time, is the most important turning point in the history of law enforcement. Peel, who is sometimes called the father of modern policing, developed ideas that are now the foundation of modern policing. In order to deter crime and uphold law and order, the full-time, professionally trained officers of the Metropolitan Police patrolled designated regions. Peel's 9 policing principles place a strong emphasis on using the least amount of force possible, maintaining police impartiality, and encouraging citizen cooperation. In the middle of the 19th century, American cities like New York and Boston started their own police forces, and this kind of policing swiftly extended to other regions of the globe. Number 3. 20th-century developments. The 20th century saw a great deal of professionalization and transformation in the police. Reforms such as the creation of police academies, improved training, and public service examinations were implemented in the early years of the century in an attempt to combat corruption and inefficiency. A key proponent of these changes was August Vollmer, who is frequently referred to be the founder of contemporary American law enforcement. In addition to stressing the value of advanced training for police officers, he supported the application of technology, including forensic science and fingerprinting. With the introduction of patrol cars, two-way radios, and centralized dispatch systems in the middle of the 20th century, police work became even more efficient and effective. But there was also an increase in hostilities at this time between the police and the public, especially minority communities. Number 2. Contemporary policing. Today's police is characterized by a great deal of diversity and complexity. In order to address the wide range of issues facing law enforcement today, modern police forces utilize a variety of specialist groups, such as cybercrime divisions and SWAT squads. Body cameras, data analytics, and digital forensics are just a few examples of how technology is continuing to change law enforcement. In recent years, community policing has been a prominent tactic, highlighting the significance of fostering collaboration and trust between law enforcement and the communities they protect. Rather than depending just on reactive measures, this method aims to address the underlying causes of crime through proactive engagement and collaboration. Number 1. Challenges and future directions. Even with the advancements, modern policing still faces several difficulties. Numerous requests for reform have been sparked by controversial issues like racial profiling, police brutality, and the militarization of police forces. These issues have gained attention because to movements such as Black Lives Matter, which have called for increased accountability, transparency, and modifications to policing procedures. Looking ahead, it is likely that societal shifts and technical improvements will continue to influence how police evolves. Though they also present ethical and privacy issues, the advancement of artificial intelligence, predictive policing, and other technologies has the potential to completely transform law enforcement. Furthermore, it appears from the continuing discussion regarding the place of police in society that additional changes and redefinitions of policing will be required to keep up with the changing requirements and expectations of the general public. As we reflect on the evolution of policing, it is clear that this vital institution has come a long way since its inception. From ancient civilizations to modern-day society, the role of law enforcement continues to adapt and evolve in response to the changing needs of our communities. Let us continue to strive for a fair and just system that serves and protects all individuals. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Stay tuned for our next video.